Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Dalal Street Week Ahead program sponsored by Delta.Exchange. Our Chennai workshop date has been decided. We were in dilemma whether to do it on 17th, 18th because that comes on around Pongal holidays. So now we have shifted to 24 and 25. So those who are interested may contact our office. The contact numbers are given in the description. So January is the right time to attend the workshop because we will be taking some positions like for December 2026 expiry sometime before the budget. So normally we take 1 year view. So we trade in yearly options. So therefore, I would advise you, if you plan to attend, better attend it in January. So that's the best time to attend. November series was volatile, but did not go anywhere. If you look at the past performance for about last 6-7 months, on May 12, India, Pakistan ceasefire came, and then Nifty rallied about 1,000 points. Then after that, Nifty was consolidating around 25,000 plus minus 600 points for nearly about 6 months. And after 6 months, Nifty broke out and moved from 25,000 to 26,000. Now, probably for the next few months, markets may be trading 26,000 plus minus 600 points. But it may trade with a positive bias given the fact that the Bihar election has gone in BJP's favor in a great way. And plus, there is some optimism that India-US trade deal may be done. So that's because, number one, there is a report that, India stopped buying Russian crude oil. And number two, they are buying more LPG from US. And number three, US has actually exempted few products like, coffee powder and then, meat products, this and that. That's mainly because, complained by the American consumers, the prices are skyrocketing. But whatever is the reason, so India is benefited. So Indian meat products, coffee products are exempted. That was the last week news. So because of all these things, there is a hope that India-US trade deal will be done sooner than later. And moreover, the Trump losing in the by-elections, New York mayor elections, so that might, he might rethink about his entire strategy. So that may go well. But however, there are some negatives also, especially on Friday, the Indian rupee hit a fresh all-time low. I remember it was trading around 82 rupees just about 1 year before, and now it is trading closer to 89 rupees. That's more than 10%. Right? And I used to tell, if you want zero return, keep the money in bank fixed deposits. Because you keep the money in bank deposits, so you get 7% interest, and out of that 2% you pay income tax, because 30% of that 7%. And then remaining 5%, Indian rupee depreciates, which means that the poor Indian middle class savers, they get zero return in terms of dollar. Dollar return is zero. So what happens most of the time, the people are not happy. I'm getting so little return, okay, not even taking care of my inflation. Right? So therefore, in order to gain more, they come to the stock market and they lose even more. At least you keep money in bank FD, you get 0% return. Coming to stock market, you get minus 7% return. And, so that is in dollar terms, stock market has given minus 10% return in last 1 year, right? So, so that is how the things work, right? So cannot say. So 2 years before, people who bought gold heavily never go up, but stock market went up 40%. Then after that, everybody bought the stocks. The stock market never go up. Gold went up by 60%. Just for fun, I used to tell, which asset class will go up. The asset class which you are selling, it will go up. Which asset class will go down? The asset class which you buy will go down. Okay, so that is the fate of middle class. Okay, now coming back to the markets, we are deviating too much. So meanwhile, I'm also planning a workshop in Mumbai. For a long time, I have not done a workshop in Mumbai. So January month, I'm coming to Chennai. One weekend, I'm free. I thought maybe why not I launch a workshop in Mumbai. More details will come tomorrow. So if you're interested, you can contact our office. Venue, other things are not decided, but we will decide within a day or two. The workshop will be on January 17 and 18. Right. Okay. So coming back to the market, number one, market are still technically long. That's number one. Okay. Number two, even in a long market, here and there, there may be some headline news, the US markets were so volatile on Thursday, Nvidia shot up 5% and then fell 8%, that kind of volatility. So on Friday, there was some knee-jerk reaction to the global headline news. Nifty fell about 130 points. The India VIX also shot up 12%. Right. But then what happened? On Friday, US markets recovered. The GIFT Nifty also recovered. Now the GIFT Nifty indicating about 100-point gap up on Monday. Yeah, so that's possible, right? But this is despite HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank, both ADRs were down in the US market. Banking stocks, after hitting a fresh all-time high, it just fell a little bit on Friday. But looks like, 60,000. If you can remember, about 1 week before I mentioned, even the 60,000 call was trading around 150 rupees. I think yesterday it closed around 20 rupees, and I think that will be going to zero. So that is a picture. So if you look at the open interest, this and that, 26,500 as the highest open interest. Even that is trading around 10 rupees. So that's a good premium. 26,500 is about 200 points more than all-time high. So that is crossing in the next 2 days is very, very difficult. The downside, of course, the 26,000 put option has been maintained. Right? So the broader expectation is that for the next 1 week, that means from Monday to Friday, Nifty is expected to trade between 26,000 and 26,500. But for the next 2 trading sessions, we can expect Nifty to trade between 26,000 and 26,300. The 26,000, the reason is simple: highest open interest, psychological number, and once it crossed it decisively, moved significantly higher to nearly 250 points. So that should be the support. The resistance 26,300 is also the same thing. That is the all-time high. And in fact, all-time high also has made, double top, you can say. But technically, that is not a double top, right? But we can say a sort of double top. So that will be the resistance. So because we are talking about a two days only, short term. So 26,000 to 26,300 may be the range for the next 2 days, and 26,000 to 26,500 may be the range for the week, Monday to Friday. 11 months are over this calendar year, and we will be starting the 12th month on Wednesday. Remember, so December is a 5-week series. So there are 5 Tuesdays. So it will be a 5-week series. 5-week series is usually a longer series, and out of which only 1 public holiday is there. So there are 24 trading sessions, 4 more than a normal series. So it's going to be a long series. So the predictions, that all we will discuss the next week. But my expectation is that Nifty will be trading between 26,000 and 27,000. That should be the range for the month of December. But the option premiums are very, very lucrative. Even the 25,000 put also trading at a good premium. 27,000 call is also trading at a good premium. So anyway, so those things we will discuss next week. This week it may not be an appropriate one. Although, markets are in consolidation mode, there are a lot of news will be coming from US. You see on Thursday that because of the US market only, the Friday we fell. Otherwise, there was a hope that on Friday, Nifty would have taken out the all-time high. That's why it's very important. So some inflation-related data, like something like retail sales data, personal consumption expenditure data, producer price index data. So all these data are due in US during the next 4 or 5 trading session. And another thing, I think Wednesday is a holiday in US market, and Thursday is the offer day, early closing. So because of that, the last 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the action may not be very big, and usually, holiday as well as early closing, the volumes may be less in US. So that may reflect here also. So there will be a lot of action tomorrow and day after tomorrow, and then we may slow down for the next 3 days. So then maybe something we can pick up from the next week. So the bulls are still hoping that by the end of this year, that is December, Nifty should take out all-time high. I think there are 90% chances that it will happen. So the bulls are in a complete control, and right now it's every dip is a buying opportunity. When I say every dip, maybe 100 point intraday or 250 point positionally. So, of course, you buy doesn't mean that it will immediately reverse. It can fall another 250 point also. But still, somewhere we have to take the risk. Some stocks I'm planning to keep watch for the next series, like very, very dynamic, PG Electroplast, Adani Green, Inox, and BSE and MCX. So these 5 stocks I'm going to keep watching. And this time I was watching only 2 stocks, MCX and BSE. And both the stocks I made a fantastic profit. And especially MCX, profit was like more than 50 lakh rupees. That's such a huge positions I've taken. Left, right, and center, sold call option and put options. And that was a very, very good trade actually. Right. So maybe, in our workshop, I'm going to include this new topic and how to select stock for options trading in stocks. In fact, last many years, I have not been concentrating on stock options. I used to concentrate only on Nifty and Bank Nifty and Sensex, not the stocks. But now, after a long time, I'm re-entering stock trading, right? So the first month I've taken heavy positions in MCX, and luckily, it has gone in my favor. But remember, if you are trading in stocks, it can be highly risky, right? So overnight, if any bad news, just for fun, you trade in a particular stock. If that promoter gets heart attack, you will get heart attack. The stock can fall like 20%, 30% in a single day. So whereas the index will not fall much, there's a lot of cushion. So that may be stock trading may be for huge risk takers. I do not know because it may be against the SEBI rule if I discuss the stocks. So maybe 1 month or 2 months later, I think 3 months old data we can share. So maybe I will take out the data and I may be posting it after 3 months. So that is possible. I think so. That also I'm not very clear, because the chart only you are allowed to show more than 3 month old chart. Trade data, I'm not really very sure, right? So anyway, so each and everything we have to do, we have to be afraid of SEBI. There are a lot of gray areas, right? So without even informing or giving a chance, they just remove the YouTube channel, right? I heard that one guy with 15 lakh follower, his YouTube channel has been taken out, right? So we have to be afraid. Okay. So anyway, so in a nutshell, market is positive biased, technically long, and 26,000 to 26,300 for next 2 days, and 26,000 to 26,500 for next 1 week, and 26,000 to 27,000 for the month. So that is the view. And there are some inflation related data coming from US will be affecting our market. From India, there is no data, all right? So there's nothing to worry. Like inflation, India VIX is higher by 12%, Indian rupee hitting all-time low. These are all some, headwinds, we can say, right? Of course, a lot of tailwinds are also there, and FII is also slowly cutting down. They're not selling as aggressively as they used to sell earlier. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.